Hey there, scholars, and welcome to today's video around the idea of value and place value. So we're going to be looking at these two terms and thinking about the basic foundations of numbers and really what that means. To help us explore that, we are going to think about a very key vocabulary word, and that is the word digit. Right? So digits are not numbers. They're not numbers. A lot of times we kind of think about digits and numbers the same. A digit are the things that make numbers, right? So that can get a little tricky, but when we really think about digits are these numerals. They're these single digit numerals, like 0, like 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are all digits. However, once we get to a 2-digit piece like this, like 10, this is no longer a digit, right? This is now a number. 10 becomes a number. And the reason being is because it's consistent of 2 digits. It's got the digit 0, and it's got the digit 1, right? So digit or digits are these single digit numerals that make up numbers. So let's see, a quick example of that might be, let's take 325. So this is a number, right? This is the number. This is a number. But the number is made up of 3 different digits. There's the digit 5, there's the digit 2, and there's the digit 3. So that's really what we think about as we look at digits. And these really help us think about value and place value. Now, like I said, it can be tricky, right? Because, for example, I could have a single digit number, 9. This could be a number depending on the question or what's given to us. At the same time, it's also just a digit. So we really start thinking about digits once we put more than one digit together. So again, in this case, this is what I would call a 4-digit number because it has 4 digits in it, right? There's 1 digit, there's 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits. Those are the digits right there. Okay, so as we look into value and place value today, we do really want to be thinking about what that means about digits and how they help us understand the difference between these two. So let's go ahead and dive into that. Let's start with place value. Right, and place value is going to be this thing that help us think about, when we think about place, right? We think about a location of a digit, right? Place value is where. Place value is where a digit is located. And so when we talk about place value, we write place value out as a word. That's a really key thing to keep in mind. Place value is written as a word. It's a location. So we think about where digits can go in numbers. Those are the place values. Where do digits fit into a number? Well, let's kind of outline that a little bit. Maybe I'm going to start with a 1, 2, 3-digit number, right? When we think about these place values of these 3 digits, it's the location. So the first place is that ones place, right? That's right where a digit can live. So if someone said, hey, what's the place value here? I could tell you it's ones. After that, the next place value is called the tens, right? Again, notice these are words. So it's words that label place values. So we have the ones, the tens, and then we have the hundreds. So these would be 3 place values. And one really cool thing that we need to understand about place value is that a group of 3 place values, we call a period. So this is known as the ones period. It's this group of ones, tens, and hundreds. But as we move into the next period, right, let's think about that next period of numbers, 1, 2, 3. We think about these place values, they're in a different period. They have their names, place values, right? So ones, tens, hundreds, this is thousands. This is the 10,000s. Again, these are the place values, right? The words that go with these places. So ones, tens, hundreds, that's the ones period. And then we have thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. And then this three group, notice I did it in a different color. Like these three right here are their own period. These are called the thousands period. So that's a really cool thing to understand when we think about place value. So place value, again, is the word that goes with a digit. So let's look into that. Let's just take a 4-digit number. Sure, let's do it. So 3,812, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we want to think, looking into this, about the idea of place value, again, where, right? The location, the word that goes with this. We think about this digit. So for example, the digit 2, well, where is it located? It's located in the ones place. So there's my answer right there. Ones. That's the place value, right? Okay, well, what if we looked at the digit 1? Well, the digit 1, as you can see, is located in the tens place. So that would be the answer to that. What is the place value? Right? Or someone comes along and says, hey, can you tell me what the place value is of the digit 8, right? So if we look up here at the digit 8, we look for where it is located, place value. And again, we write that answer as a word. So the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place. That would be the answer to this. And then finally, with this last digit, someone says, hey, digit 3, what is its place value? Again, we're looking for its location. We're looking for where this digit lives, and it lives in the thousands place, okay? So these right here would be the answer to like what place value are the digits in, and those would be our correct answers, ones, tens, hundreds, based on the digits and what's there, okay? So that's place value. So we talked about place value. Now let's kind of look in that idea of value, right? These are related, and again, like I said, they connect to digits. And value is how much. It's how much a digit is worth. So this, we write this one as a number. So remember, with place value, we wrote a word, but when it comes to value, we always want to be thinking about a number, because we're thinking about how much that digit is worth, and what place value it is in is actually related to that. So let's kind of explore that idea. Let's take a 3-digit number, 382 right here, and let's explore its value. So if I look at the digit 2, right, and I want to know its value, well, the value of the digit 2 is that it's a 2. I want to like model this. Here's my little thought bubble of modeling. It's a 2 in the ones place. Well, if I modeled that in base 10, that would just be 2 ones, right? 2 little ones, so 1, 2. So the value of 2 is 2. Now, if I looked at this 8 is in the tens place. Again, we'll do a little thought bubble. And what that says is I have 8 tens. So if I model that in base 10, that'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll squeeze them in there. So that means if I counted that, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, that means the value of the 8 is 80. Okay? I think you're catching on to this. So let's squeeze this over here, a little thought bubble about the 3. Well, the 3 is in the hundreds place. So again, if I modeled that 3, it would be 3 groups of 100, right? That base 10, these are like 100 each. So the value of that, if I counted 3 groups of 100, would get me 300. That's the value, right? So value is a number. Place value is where. So we use place value to help us think about the value. So let's put all of this together. Let's take a number here. Let's work with it, 3,182. And let's just say for each digit, we want the place value and the value. Okay, so actually, let's kind of play around with some colors on this. So let's take the digit 2, the digit 8, the digit 1, and the digit 3. So I'm gonna keep, for place value, let's keep that purple. So if I'm talking about the place value of the 2, it is in the ones place. The place value of the 8 is in the tens place. Place value of the 1 is in the hundreds place. And the place value of the 3 is in the thousands. So those would be the answers to what are the place values. But then if we wanted to look at what is the value of each one of these digits, we'll do that in a different color so you can see. We're going to think about the value, like, okay, I have a 2 in the ones place. Well, that's 2. I have an 8 in the tens place. Well, that's 80. I have a 1 in the hundreds place. That's 100. And I have a 3 in the thousands place. That's 3,000. Okay. So that's really what we think about when we think about value and place value. So what I'd like you to do real quick is just try on a piece of paper real quick. Do that same thing. Show me the value and the place value of this number right here. And go ahead and list it out kind of like I did. Ooh, actually, let's start with the ones place. Well, I think I just gave you an answer. So the digit 2, digit 3. Notice we have 2 different digits, so we have to be able to kind of think about the differences in there. So go ahead and try that out. I'm going to leave you to that. Let's see what you can do with this. And just know that on the quizzes and the work, this is the same thing that'll pop up. So good luck with that. And again, any questions, always post that in. Thank you so much.